Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm Robert. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing. We have Tammy, our tasting room manager. We have Vicky and Mike, who are our proprietors. Mike's pouring some Chardonnay right now. And we have a really special guest, Elyce from CocoTutti. Elyce has a long history with Amista and joining us for some of our public events. You know, we've done wine and chocolate pairings with her, and the drudgery of all this research that we have to do to see how the different nuances of flavors with the different percentages of cocoa and the different inside yummies pair differently and pull out different components of the wine. So it's really kind of fun. And you know, everybody's palate's different. It may work for some, it may not work for others. But Elyce, tell us a little bit about CocoTutti.
Well, some of you guys know a little bit and some don't. So, you know, pardon the duplication. So I had a previous firm, and during that time, to keep from being too bored, I started entering the state fair and baking in chocolate and started winning. And my husband finally got to the point where he said, "You've got to leave some awards for somebody else." So I had won 2 Best of Show out of 3 competitions and numerous specialty awards and things. And I just had so much fun doing it. So in 2010, I started making chocolates and kept growing. And then in 2012, I let the other firm go and just went full-time on CocoTutti. I've been at different kitchens. So Lauren had a chance to visit me at one of the kitchens. I'm now in my current kitchen in Brisbane, California, just south of San Francisco. And it's mine 24/7 for the next 2 years. And then I will find another space and make it even bigger and better. So I'm in 1,700 square foot. I'd like to grow to 5,000 square foot in the next 2 years. So I'm spending a lot of time practicing with some of my new equipment. I've been having fun with my Salmi, which is a continuous tempering machine from Italy. And it gives me the opportunity to move fairly quickly on getting chocolate in molds and out of molds and filling and then turning them out and having somebody wash those darn molds again and start all over. Looks like Dorothy's got an extra special guest today. I think it's pretty awesome. I've got 2 that we just adopted, and so it's been a process of trying to figure all 4 of us out together. So anyway, back to the chocolate. I've been having so much fun with Amista. I met Vicky, I think 5 or 6 years ago at an event, and we started pairing chocolate and wine at that point. Chocolate does change, and we'll discover some of that today with the Chardonnay as well as with the rock pile cab. And it's going to depend. So just kind of a brief on chocolate. Chocolate has 2 seasons per year, the wet season and the dry season. Much like wine, you will get different vintages from your wine, no matter, even if the location has been used for decades. Same thing with chocolate. It will change according to what the circumstances are. The wet can be actually drier than the dry, and the dry can be wetter than the wet. So if there's particular chocolates that you buy that are one-off, you know, the company is demonstrating that one particular vintage of chocolate and you like it, go out and buy as much as you can because it won't taste the same the following season. The chocolates I use are blended chocolates. They're primarily from Central America and from South America. I do not use African chocolates. I do use, as I say, the others. A lot of them are family farms, and those then, go through that whole process of going to a middleman and eventually end up either at Guitard, which is where I source many of my chocolates, or Valrhona, which is in France, and I source some of my chocolates from them. So we could talk a little bit more about this. I'm not sure how much Robert wants me to continue. So,
yeah, we'll actually take some questions after each each one of the pairings, and we'd love to hear some feedback, and we'll have Elyce talk about some of the different flavor components that she likes along with the wine. So just a couple of housekeeping things, put your name and where you're from, again, to make some connections. And if you don't want to ask a question and you feel more comfortable putting your question in the chat box, Tammy's going to be on the chat box and she can field questions as well. So we're going to start off. It's wine and chocolate. We're going to start off with our 2017. Oh, let's see. There we go. 2017 was kind of the end of the drought here in Dry Creek Valley. It was a really warm and dry year. Fortunately, down here on the valley floor, we get kind of that morning fog that settles down and into the valley, and the fruit then cools down a bit. The other is that our property is close in proximity to Dry Creek itself, which is drained from Dry Creek and the dam. So it's drained from the bottom, which the water is a lot cooler. So it kind of tempers the climate down here. But this one, Ashley does such great magic with it. Even though it was a challenging year, I think it's created a really terrific wine. On the nose, you get a little more of that kind of peach nectar and peach blossom. And on the mouth, you're getting more of the stone fruit characteristics. And that's as a result of the warmer temperatures. But there's a little bit of that kind of citrusy orange characteristic on the finish, which is really great in a Chardonnay, especially when you're pairing with different types of chocolates. So again, as I kind of said, Tammy and I did the hard work for you, and we tasted these with the chocolates ahead of time, and we picked out what we thought our favorites were. Our palates may be completely off, but let's try it. So we picked out, and we specifically did it in this order, the almond, which was almond crunch?
Almond butter crunch with cinnamon.
Yeah, so
it's the chocolate with the almonds on the bottom or top, depending on. Yes.
So the way that you want to taste it is take a sip of the wine, and then take a bite of the chocolate, and then take a sip of the wine again.
So while people are enjoying their wine, so one of the ways that I like to work with wine and with chocolate is to allow you to experience the wine through the chocolate by sensitizing your palate. So by having that sip of wine first, your palate is sensitized to that particular vintage and how you're approaching that. The glass will also play a bit of a role in this too. You guys have probably talked about that in previous sessions. Certain glasses allow the Chardonnay to really bloom and explore. And by having that almond butter crunch with cinnamon, you're pairing some of that stone fruit peachiness with the nuttiness with the roasted almonds. Peaches and almonds always go well. If you put it in a crisp together, you can put it in a crunch. A little bit of cinnamon in a peach pie always brings out some more of the floral notes by allowing it to counterbalance.
Tastes like peach crunch cobbler to me.
It's okay.
What's everybody think? What are some components that you're getting?
Don't everybody talk at once.
Oh, the saltiness and the chocolatey, the chocolatiness and the saltiness of the nuts really comes out with the wine.
Well, and then I always love to taste the wine. So you taste the wine, you have the chocolate. Sometimes you even want to have a little bit of the wine and the chocolate in your mouth simultaneously. And then you go back again and taste the wine, and you'll notice the wine, you'll get different components of that flavor profile.
And as you explore the wine, as that wine opens up, you're going to notice other characteristics too. Some of it coming through the chocolate, some of it just simply coming now that you've had a chance to experience it. So it's a fun way to try out wines and to explore them.
Are we tasting another chocolate with Chardonnay?
We are. So
Oh,
this
okay.
is the lime green one.
I don't have. Oh, wait.
Oh.
It's hidden.
And the lime green is Lacama mocha spice with lime. Is that right, Elyce?
Moroccan spice.
Moroccan
So it's a blend of 6 different spices that's used commonly in Morocco. And then when I first tasted that, I initially felt it would go with lime. So I create my own lime marmalade and then blend it in with this spice blend. So again, it's used to bring out other nuances with that Chardonnay. Robert was talking about citrusy notes, and some of that might be highlighted by that lime. And again, bringing some of that spicy component. So Dorothy, you don't have your mic on, or rather you have your mic on. So tell us what you think about it.
Oh, boy.
Just enjoying it.
Mhm. Oh, I get a lot of nutmeg. Is it nutmeg? What's in there?
There is some nutmeg in it,
Mhm.
along with turmeric and cardamom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could be like in the desert somewhere I don't know. It's a cool flavor.
And even the second sip after you've had the chocolate in your mouth, it brings out completely different flavor components.
That's one thing about pairing wine and chocolate, is that you really get to explore those different nuances of the wine. If you're just simply sitting there with a glass of fabulous wine, you don't always understand the different characteristics, the eccentricities sometimes about it that make it unique and special, and not just simply a jug wine off the shelf. And all of that Ashley puts into it to create and grow and explore those wines and allow you to explore them. I mean, she's just magical.
We agree.
I just had to try it with a little sparkling. I can't not try it with And that one is really good, Elyce, with our sparkling Blanc de Blanc.
I would think that would go pretty awesome.
Vicky and Mike, you guys cheat. You've got all the wine.
I know. We do so. Well, we call it testing.
I know, it's work. That's what
But
we
I
do.
do have to,
Research.
but I want to hear what other people think of this one, because this is a very unusual tasting chocolate, I think.
No.
It's very
Lauren,
good. I
Gibbons.
usually have my chocolates with Diet Coke. So the wines really enhance the flavors, I have to say. And I thought Diet Coke was adding to it, but I've been missing. It's very good and not too sweet. It's a nice sweet tart combination along with the spices.
So what does our New Jersey contingent think? All 4 of you. Do we have any thoughts? Or maybe the East Coast, Florida?
You guys are on mute still.
You're still
Yeah, you're on mute.
Unfortunately, I know we're having the lime.
Well, I can't comment, but I know Lori is liking hers, so Adelson, why don't you comment?
Yeah, Jill didn't get hers, but I got mine. They're very interesting. The last one I just had has a little of a spice to it. And when you then have a sip of the wine, it has a nice flavor combination.
Yeah, Jill, the post office visited you 3 times or the address that I have.
No,
And
I think you had the wrong address because
It
as
must
Lori
be.
knows, I'm camped out in my house. I haven't left this
It
house
was
in
locked down.
9 months.
I will make sure that you
We
get the
already
box.
tried this one, which is a almond, I forget exactly.
What
Yeah,
about the Chicago folks? The Chicago folks are near and dear to my heart since I had gone to Northwestern for 4 years.
I have to, since we're,
Awesome.
since we're
What
on
I
Chard-
do find interesting is that the white's opening like a red. Like the white's getting better, more citrusy, a little lighter, less buttery. Maybe it is the chocolate, but I'm starting to taste different notes in the white than I had originally.
One of the things, Lori, as the temperature goes down, you do get more of the fruit characteristics. If it's really chilled, you get that real, like, the tightness to it. Yeah, I would agree. I think as my bottle has started to warm up, I do get more.
Yeah. And, and it's interesting because I don't mean to usurp the conversation, but I was having dolmades, which are Greek. They're wrapped with rice and these leaves, and it was delicious with the wine because they have a lemon zest on it themselves.
Oh,
so I don't know
that
if
is
the
a great
combination of that
idea.
works as well. I needed some food before we started, so I have a new pairing for you. Greek
Perfect.
dolmades with
That's
your
great.
white chard is really nice.
Maybe you
Sounds
guys
really
have to do
good.
Greek food one day. And you've had all sorts of things, paella, etc. But Greek might be sort of fun then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Greek would be
Your
fun.
tzatziki, the garlic, and your tomatoes with the citrus and the zests. Yeah, it'd be nice with your whites.
That's great. I have to tell a story of, Elyce mentioned this. We met at a tasting and there were many wineries there and there were 4 chocolatiers, I think. And Elyce comes bouncing over to my table and says, I'm going to pair your wines with my chocolate. And I'm like, what? And she said, can I have a little bit in a glass? And I was pouring Chardonnay and Syrah. And I thought, well, this lady could probably figure out how to pair chocolate with Syrah, but there is no way she's going to pair chocolate with Chardonnay. And about, I don't know, it's probably an hour later, she comes bouncing back to me and says, look what I found. She's all excited. I can do these 2, I think might really work with your Chardonnay, and these 2 with the Syrah. I'm like, I'll be darned, she did it. And that's how we became, partners.
Yeah. The wines are so wonderful because I love exploring those verticals with the Amista wines because they're just so different. They're such family members, and exploring it with chocolate is great fun, but just exploring it as a vertical is just sensational. Just to be able to experience all the different craft that went into it, all that nature provides and that you guys bring out is just amazing.
In fact, what do you guys think? Because we have done a vertical tasting on Zoom, but not a vertical wine pairing with chocolate on Zoom. And we did a Zin, 3 years of vertical Zin with chocolates once. Would you guys be interested? Do you think people would want to do something like that?
Anything
Sure.
with
Well, you would.
this.
Of course you would, Dorothy.
And chocolate.
Coffee and
What?
Magellan.
You'll give me a chance to really explore. I've got some things that I'm working on, and Lauren's going to get a chance to try some of them. But I'm working on a whole series of florals as well that could be really fun with some of your wines.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, the florals actually made me think of the Rosé de Trace.
Ooh, a
Oh.
rosé and chocolate pairing. That would be good.
Yeah.
How
Well, I
about-
have to say, my first introduction to Elyce was about 4 years ago when I started with Amista, and she came in. We had 6 wines that we wanted to pair with 3 sparkling and 3 of our reds. And we had different percentage of cocoa shells and different interior fillings. And at the end of 2 hours, it was Vicky and Mike and I, and Elyce was just facilitating. She wasn't tasting along with us. We had finished 6 bottles of wine. And that was by what, noon?
Yeah, that was a very bad day.
And Vicky had a meeting, and then I went back and sat down at my desk, and I'm like, I can't think right now.
I thought it was a
So-
very good day.
Anyway, again, like I said, it's hard work.
Any day that begins with wine is a day that,
Celebrate.
Winston Churchill, of course, woke up with sparkling every day. So I'm
Good
following.
way to go.
Very nice.
Well, great. Tammy, why don't you talk a little
Yeah.
bit about our 15 rock pile cab?
So we're going to go from one extreme to the other. We're going to go from a white to our biggest red. And I know we have a lot of fans of our Cabernet. Even though this one is not a state grown, we're really proud of it because rock pile is a very special AVA and has a lot of unique qualities. A lot of people talk about the minerality you find in the rock pile wines. But what we love is that though 90% probably of the vines up there are Zinfandel, we are able to bring you a cab every year from Terraza Vineyard. So now we're going to do chocolate with cab. So get your taste buds a little warmed up by pouring and sipping the, oh, I have it over here. Look at me. Doubling up. I was ready and now I'm really ready.
Not for long, Tammy.
I know.
Not if you
Yes, so, but yeah, so let's all take a nice, take in that rock pile cab on the nose and sip it, and let's get our palates adjusted to move to this much bigger wine. The 2015 rock pile benefited because that was the last really dry year. So I remember that year that when the vines were harvested and the fruit came in, everybody talked about the quality of the wines for 2015, but quantity was down. And the grapes were stressed because it had been so long since we'd had really good rains or any kind of water whatsoever. So a stressed grape is a really delicious grape. So this 15 is definitely not a surprise that Ashley doesn't always submit wines because we are so small, and it just diminishes what we have to sell because you have to send multiple bottles in for testing and tasting. So she did check in this year to see where her cab, especially being from rock pile, how it showed up to the experts supposedly, and she was really proud, and we're all very proud that this got 92 plus points from Wine Advocate and Robert Parker. And I remember Ashley telling us in the tasting room what made her the most proud was what they said about her wine really was what her intention was in crafting it. So the fact that what she felt and wanted to achieve came across is really wonderful. So we're really proud of this wine. It's been in bottle now in the tasting room for a few years, so it's very smooth and delicious. But I find it to be a very approachable cab. It's not one of those where you feel like I drink it by the glass, but like you compare it with amazing food and chocolate. But I mean, this is a cab I enjoy on a cold, chilly evening by the fire after dinner, or sometimes while I'm cooking dinner, as well as with dinner. So see what you think.
I drink every night this week.
I usually have a glass every night. What the heck? It's good for you.
I'm such a red girl. I just light up.
The cab is outstanding. It is absolutely
Isn't it
outstanding.
amazing?
It is
Yeah.
lovely. It is smooth, just great notes.
Yeah, no, this is a really
the
nice
cherries at
cab.
the end. The cherries.
Yeah.
This tends to be,
Very-
this was
very
a small
spicy.
crop, and it has a really nice concentration of flavors, even with the bottle aging. you're still getting a beautiful flavor profile on your palate. Get a little cardamom. I always hate to say what I get because I like to hear first from what you guys, because I know I'm so suggestible when I taste that the minute somebody goes blackberry, I'm like, oh yeah, blackberry. So I like to get your input, but yeah, this is such a beautiful wine and I'm excited to share the chocolate with it as well.
Because it's a bigger wine, one of the chocolates that you guys really liked with it was the dark chocolate. So it's sort of a purple square, and it's a 72% extra bitter, which means that the beans have been
Wait,
roasted.
it's a dark or light blue?
It's a dark blue. The dark blue. Yeah, the light blue is actually whiskey.
Yeah, that's
Fine.
So it's almost purple, like that?
You deprived me of those?
Almost purple. Yeah, that's the one.
Fair.
Got it.
Are you talking about this one, Elyce?
Yeah, it's the purpley one.
Okay.
That's the one. Yeah. So that's extra bitter. You know, you guys are really familiar with chocolate, but I'm just going to do the really brief thing while you guys are enjoying the cab with the wine, with the chocolate. So 72% means that 72% of it is cocoa mass of some sort. And it includes some of the cocoa butter as well. So it's less sugar. There is a sunflower lecithin, which allows it to be liquid when I'm working with it, as compared to starting to clump after a while. And there is a bit of vanilla in that particular chocolate. So this is just a really deep, rich one to pair up with that delicious cab. So when you're thinking about things, you can go different ways with chocolate. You can go with big meets big. You can go with spicy meets big. One of the other suggestions was the strawberry. I just dropped the raspberry. So the strawberry is the light pink. There is another one that's a dark red. That's the raspberry. That might be an option for people. You know, also take a look, go back to that almond butter crunch, give that a whirl. Because one of the things that's so delightful about red is there's so many components to it. So explore that box of chocolate by exploring the wine through those chocolates. You might find that there's something that you really like that is unexpected.
Robert, could you deliver another almond butter crunch because we already ate ours?
It's so funny.
I just happen to have two over here. Would you like to put them in the cooker?
So who has any input on what they're getting on the wine or the chocolate?
Ooh, that's way different. Yeah, way different.
The wine is wow.
Yeah.
I prefer
There's something very luscious about it.
Yeah, that's weird. That really changed it. I think I like them.
I feel like I'm eating
dark chocolate to the one with the fruit.
I feel like I don't know, there's something really
This is
lovely
really
about it.
sweet to me.
I'm trying to figure
I
out
think
what
you should make
really
candles that smell like the wine. It smells delicious.
I love it.
It's amazing how different the wine tastes with two different ones. Because this is really different, really a lot sweeter. Yeah.
I'm gonna try this next one.
Black cherry.
There's
black
my sparkling rosé candle, so that's a great idea.
There you go.
This with the sparkling, I think would go very well. Yeah, with that pink sparkling.
Yeah,
I think it's
But
the
that
danger
one-
zone. We could drink like the whole bottle and eat all the chocolate. Sorry, I know you called on us earlier, but the dogs were going bananas, so we couldn't hear. So sorry.
I think so.
No.
Completely changes.
We're dog friendly, remember, so we understand.
Yes, absolutely. They were losing their minds.
Yeah.
Come here, Nella.
I really love the strawberry balsamic with the rock pile.
Is that the darker red or the lighter red?
The lighter red.
Lighter one.
Pink one.
Okay.
Babies, where's my other dog? Adelson, where's my dog?
Come here. Nella, come. Hold on. Come here.
Oh, who's just doing comment?
Somehow more tannic and everything.
One of the things that I do with the strawberry and the raspberry on the bottom of these is freeze dried fruit. So when you first taste it, if that hits your palate first, it's going to be a bit tangier. You don't want to have a really sweet chocolate in a wine because it will bitter the wine.
And that's why.
So by having this freeze-dried fruit on the bottom of it, it helps to marry and match with those wines.
Ginsburg.
Yay!
We love the freeze-dried fruit on the bottom over here.
With you.
Okay.
Well, I got 4 bedrooms. Leave the heck with them.
What do you think, Maria? Thumbs up?
Thumbs up, yeah. I was just
Oh,
texting
good.
my sister-in-law, like, you should have joined us. This is so good.
You're like, guess what I'm doing and you're not.
I really like it with the bitter one better.
Yeah, this cab, whenever I drink it, like, because I like to drink it by itself in the winter or on a crisp night, even in the summer if it cools way down. It's just like leather, and it reminds me kind of a bookstore with big leather chairs, and then to pair dark bitter chocolate sometimes. Yum.
I agree.
Do cheeses go at all with the Cabernets, or is that mainly what kind of cheeses? More of a blue?
Yeah, so more of the age, much, I like to say more stinkier cheese.
The stronger.
Gorgonzola is the,
Hey, Roquefort would be delicious.
yeah.
So maybe a wine and cheese and chocolate.
Yeah.
Pairing.
You are talking our language here in Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood.
Just thinking ahead.
An aged cheddar would be amazing with this.
We've done that. Actually, there's a light blue cheese that's really rocking with the cab.
Yep. Oh, the cheese we had the other night.
Tell me what it is, Jill, and I'll make sure that we'll do something.
I will get you. I'll get you.
It's actually a Gouda. There's a Gouda.
There's the Gouda. There's 3 cheeses that will pair amazing with this. I will send you their names. They're
yeah, it was surprising that the Gouda went. So this particular cheese purveyors cheeses were really, really nice with reds.
I love like a really hard cheese.
And they're out by you, and I think 2 of them are out by you also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what Jill and I have been doing during the pandemic.
The rough life. Someone's got to do it, you know.
But we spend our days using our minds, and then at night we use our taste buds, and our sense of smell, and use the other senses that we don't get to use all day.
So do any of you pick up on like a bit of minerality and earthiness in this from that rock pile AVA?
There's a little bit, but not that much. I mean, you can taste it a little bit.
I think this is one of the wines. Sometimes a rock pile Zin, like you can really just pick it up on the nose. But I like this cab because it benefits from all the growing areas and traditions of that AVA without it being just minerality. It has beautiful layers, and now because this one's been in bottle, it's just smooth across the palate and real velvety.
This is, I'm watching it.
Yeah, for you Rockpile fans, Ashley is going to join us for a vertical of our Rockpile cabs. I put 20 cases of our 14 away into library, and we're just going to release it for this virtual. So it'll be 14, 15, and 16.
Nice. Ooh, sign me up.
That's coming up. So go to the virtual tasting page on our website.
Wasn't 14 a rough year?
Already had people signing up, even though
I'm going
it's a few weeks away because everybody knows Rockpile. So speaking of virtual tastings, I'm sure a lot of you, we love being able to gather with you in this way. And we have a couple more really fun ones. We're trying to, do something new and fresh every time. So the next one is going to be a blending seminar, and Ashley's going to be on it, and it includes our Rhones that we grow on the estate. So Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, and then Trace, and then you guys are going to be able to learn and craft your own blend virtually with Ashley. So you'll kind of have a sense of how she decides, and yeah, how you pick those flavors and then combine them so that, because I know we have a lot of fans of Trace, Mike especially. Mike is probably drinking Trace right now secretly.
No, he's not.
No, I have got Rockpile and I'm suffering, but drinking it well. Thank you.
Many times on some of our virtual tastings with the team when we were all sheltering in place, we'd get together once a week and we'd all be like, so let's try the 18 Zin. And Mike's like, I'm drinking the Trace.
So are you gonna send us an empty bottle then to make it in?
So you just need to have a glass. We're gonna send you the pipette and a little graduated cylinder so that you can measure and then you'll just pour it into your glass based on the measurements that you like. And then you get to taste the Trace that we make, and we do it a third. So it'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so you guys will become winemakers and have all your little equipment too. So, and then after that, we're doing another fun one, something a little new. For those of you who might have been at the sparkling socially distanced party in December, outside in the cold, but we pulled it off. Sip Song was featured there, and we began the evening with a cocktail specially crafted with our sparkling Syrah. So we're going to bring Sip Song in to do a gin, right, Robert?
Yeah, so it's our gin and our Blanc de Blanc. It's a French 75.
Yum. So, you know, we might not be a great influence if you talk to your doctor, but we're having tons of fun.
You can become a mixologist.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're continuing to update our website with different virtual tastings. We've had trivia nights. We've had our friend Beth from Nest Wellness doing food and wine pairings with us, and we've got Elyce with chocolate, and we're going to do some bubbles and popcorn and chips and dips and easy.
We're going to do a scavenger hunt.
I will have
So
to
for
volunteer some popcorn because that's a split off company that I'm going to be doing. It's actually going to be split as a separate, and then it's going to be co-packed by somebody in Los Angeles. But I will send you guys some popcorn for your popcorn.
You're doing popcorn?
Yeah.
Robert and I were just talking about a popcorn pairing.
Oh, you'll like this one. Yeah,
Awesome.
you'll like this. Yeah, I'm working on the bag design right now with the graphic designer. It's a dragon. So I
love it.
I will send you guys some popcorn so you can try it.
Perfect.
I like the darker ones, not the fruity ones.
So yeah, I'd love to see some of you guys join us for the scavenger hunt as well. That's going to be another option, a wine and game night. And we'd love to do another trivia night and start working towards a competition where each winner then goes against each other. And Haas, our wine club coordinator, is going to make this fun yet competitive. So it's a great thing to do, you know, a great way to gather. And one of the things too is I've been able to do some private virtual tastings. So if you want to do a family reunion or just get together with friends that you no longer get to travel or go to dinner with, give us a call. We can do intimate little groups of 4 or 5 couples to bigger groups. Some people are choosing to do them as work tasting. So we're having tons of fun. It's keeping us together, and we miss all of you. We've been very lonely when we were closed again, but now the tasting room has reopened and we're open 7 days a week, 11 to 4:30. We do need a reservation, but we're very flexible. It can literally be 15 minutes. Some people call it the bottom of the driveway. And then we're like, okay, we'll put you in. As long as we have the space and we can keep everybody safe and socially distant. So yeah, hang out with us as much as you can.
if anything, 2020 has taught us that we can connect virtually. You know, we have so many people that come, become friends with us. They leave, they go back to Delaware, Florida, and we never see them again. And you know, we've always wanted to be able to connect, and now with modern technology, it's changed everybody's mindset about we can connect.
So cool. Really, yeah, seriously. My whole family does a Zoom like every couple weeks.
Yeah, you know, it's and we love, I mean, Dorothy's been on probably just about every virtual tasting we've done. We love you. And she's just north of us, but still, I mean, it's so, you know, as we send out our wine club releases, we're going to have virtual tastings for each of you to join in with Ashley and to taste through the wines and to really get inside her head to understand about the specific vintage. So there are those that are in our 3 times a year. Our February is going to be shipping on the 12th, and we have a virtual tasting on those new releases on the 23rd. So
yeah, Dorothy, I gave you the 24th. I was wrong. It's the 23rd, but I'll let you know.
I would like to put in a few good
23rd?
words. Trace.
Did you say 23rd?
We have talked about Cab and Chardonnay, but not
I
about
don't think I can
Trace.
do that.
Trace is a really nice blend. And I think it deserves a great place in our.
Mike, you should join the virtual, make a Trace tasting, right?
Make a Trace tasting. All right.
So Lauren, did you say you might not be able to attend that one?
Sorry.
The
I have to look. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I have to look, but I have to say I'm in the sparkling club, and for the first time, and I got my February early, I ordered the Trace, Mike. So I'm tasting it with you in mind. I figured I would go out of my rosé blanc de blanc area and try to, you know, get out there a little bit, and so I will taste that. But I have to say the rock pile, which isn't usually my thing, really good. The chocolates help, but I think it's very smooth, as you mentioned.
Thank you. I think I actually made that because I said I didn't like blends. I told her the first time I tasted it, it tasted like some kind of Pinot, which I hate. And she said, "Oh," but since then I've come around. It's my go-to wine. Zin is kind of a little too spicy for me in my old age, and Cab is a little heavy. But Trace, I can drink it at noon.
And he does.
Oh, good company tonight, kiddo.
So I recommend Trace to everyone, but don't drink it all. I've got to have my share left.
And what do you like to eat with it? I know it might not even matter and you eat everything with it, but what is best with it?
I think one of the things we eat a lot of is chicken. You know, just sauteed chicken with roasted potatoes. Also, any Mexican dish, tortillas or enchiladas, really good. What?
No,
Vicky is my critic here.
Yeah, no, we have it with Italian dishes too. Yeah, no, it actually it is very versatile. It goes with a lot of different foods. So one of the things that's fun is to try it with different things.
All right, well, I'm planning on making a lasagna this weekend, so maybe I'll have to
try
break
it with lasagna. That sounds great.
We
Cab goes with tacos. I promise.
Tacos, yes, yes.
Well, it's Super Bowl, so.
I have to tell you that lamb and your cab goes delicious. This was a Greek night for me. I was craving this whole Greek festival.
I think we should do a Greek night. I think that is a great.
That's a great idea.
Yep. Tzatziki, the lamb, like this cab is just preparing perfectly with it.
That sounds, but I don't think I want to. That sounds hard to cook.
Oh,
I'm not a cook.
probably going to have pizza with the Super Bowl and Trace.
Pizza also goes great with Trace.
Why not?
And sparkling Syrah, Vicky.
It's just
Yummy. Would you please sign my daughter up for your wine club? I just got berated for not. The fact that-
Allison, Amber?
Excuse me, why am I not a part of this?
Well, I was gonna
need to be part of-
say,
Amber and I are gonna be a part of every now virtual wine tasting there is.
as you should, and I do
Sorry,
think we
I
have.
didn't hear your question earlier, but
I know,
it was
we had
all
a
out
dog
there.
and a 3-year-old adorable boy.
Well, I think the 3-year-old is here to start training for his 21st
He had
birthday.
a strawberry balsamic, and I don't know if you saw his face, but he was like,
he started going,
I actually was gonna say, I hope he can at least taste the chocolate.
"Ed," and he loved it.
he also had some of the just dark chocolate one, which he loved. And Trace was a fan favorite at my wedding. So
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I loved that Amista got to share that with
Yeah.
you
It was
in
an
a way.
sponsored wedding,
Yeah.
wedding shower, wedding ceremony.
Yeah,
My first anniversary, I had some Amista bubbly to start it. Yeah.
Well, I'll hook you up, Allison. Don't worry. And Amber, yeah, you guys will.
Mama Karen is slacking over there.
I think so, because
Need your
I've
help,
seen
Tammy?
a few care packages come your way.
Because I'm about to turn 30 though, just throwing that out there to anyone out there in California.
It does. Wine Club makes a great birthday, anniversary, Christmas present.
Well, it's, Karen and Dorothy have made us so much a part of their family, and we can't thank you enough for that.
Yeah, we've had basted all kinds of things. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yes, for the rest of you, we had an amazing wedding shower out behind the winery in September. It was the hottest day of the year, like 95. We have one friend who will never forget the Amista Chardonnay. But it was
makes it sound like we were by Dempster's, just in the back part of the tasting room. With the tables and next to the vineyards.
under the trees.
Not in an alleyway.
Everyone loved it. And because I joined the friendship with the free shipping, we shipped 6 cases.
Whoa.
8 cases.
Yeah, it was a good wedding, I think.
Of wine to Illinois for the wedding.
Yeah.
And
well, in
everything-
your showers and
loved it.
everything,
Yeah.
we felt so honored to get to live vicariously through the wine.
Yeah, the other wedding shower there in Illinois.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. So see what happens when you're part of the family. We just
I would
just in
just
there
like,
with you. We'll make things happen.
I would just like to point out to everybody that our solar structure is up over the terrace. That is, there's a 40 by 40 foot solar shade over the whole terrace. So even in midsummer, you can go out there and sit on the patio and enjoy your time and make electricity and enjoy the weather. So come out and see us.
And I'm proud to announce too, that during this frigid time of the year here in Dry Creek Valley, our outdoor patio heaters arrived.
Yay.
I've heard
I guess
that
we
those
shouldn't
were
complain,
a
Jill, that
backward-
we have
It's
45,
40.
50.
40 here
It's going
today.
up to 60 tonight. We're finally getting back into the 60s. But we were
So
in
we
Fort
won't
Lauderdale, 40
Well, that's
degrees today.
Guys, we got
All of the heaters are
31
sold out
inches
here.
of snow 3 days ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, Lori and I are both ex-Long Island girls, so we know.
Yeah. No wonder why you're
8
in
degrees
Florida.
short of having a snowstorm.
31 inches.
And that's why I live in Fort Lauderdale.
You're right.
Snowstorm today. I was nervous I wasn't going to be able to drive over here, but the snow stopped, so I said, "Get in the car, let's go."
We only have
Good
this
job. Yay.
What part of Long Island are you guys from? I'm from Stony Brook.
I am Kings Park.
Oh,
Merrick.
I'm
Who
from
said
Stony
Stony
Brook.
Brook?
pardon?
Who
I'm
said
from
Stony Brook?
I grew up in the S section.
So did I.
Yeah.
I was on Bill.
I was on
Seville
When I
Spectrum
tell
Unit.
people where I live and they can't figure it out, I say, you know where Stony Brook is? And they say yes. But I'm really, 20 miles, 15 miles west of that, but it's close enough.
That's cheating. Baby.
Oh my gosh.
Either that or tell them from Dix Hills.
What was that?
Our New Jersey people, where in New Jersey are you?
We are in Chester, New Jersey. So
Oh,
just a
you're
little bit less
kidding.
than Morristown.
Wow.
We used to go there all the time.
Ah, did you go to like Allsteed Farm?
Yes, we used to
Yeah,
live in Bernardsville.
Yep. Small world.
I know, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what's so great about these. So how's Delaware? Is it freezing there?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got snow too.
Very
Well, I mean,
different.
we're a little bit inland from New Jersey, but we got some snow the other day and more to come this weekend.
And we're in the 20s.
Or
So we can relate to sitting by the fire in a big leather chair with one of these. Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah. It's all survival.
Exactly.
I wish
I
it
was
was
born in
back in,
Delaware.
I wish it was back in Burnersville with a great fireplace looking out over the down toward, where did we look down toward Peapack?
yeah,
Yeah, it was beautiful there, but it was New Jersey.
it was cold compared to here.
Talmadge and Janet, where are you guys? Gotta unmute.
We're in Atlanta, Georgia.
Ooh.
Oh, you're by us.
But it's really cold here right now.
You know?
50s. It's in the 50s. Janet.
Okay, but 50s.
Oh,
it's
you're like
50s during the
Californian.
day.
Uber.
You're
Okay,
40
but no,
today.
It's like 30 overnight, which is legitimately cold.
Yeah.
We're Florida and we're colder than you. And we're further south.
Really?
Yeah, we were 48 today.
Lori, we're on the ocean.
I know. You know.
You said that there wasn't
We grew up
global
in like the Northeast though, so we're used to
Yeah.
real cold.
Okay.
But you,
Deacclimate.
yeah,
instantly.
we're suddenly not
Unplugged
used to the real cold.
Or
Okay.
Okay, 34, that wins.
what is
Yeah.
it here? What did we go to?
Had to
This
rub it
morning
in.
when I woke up to walk the dog, it was 42 degrees out in South Florida.
Really cold when I
Yes,
went
we're
out.
by the ocean, which makes sense.
I
But
thought
it was really cold for us.
We
Yes,
waited.
there also was
It
cold.
felt
really
really
cold.
cold. Really
We're
changed it
60
for
miles.
us. Yeah. It really changed our temperature.
What's here? I don't know what it is right now here.
Don't know.
26.
26. Oh, we have 61.
61.
Yeah.
So New York is getting pounded.
No
Oh,
shower and wind. I think we win.
64 and clear.
We'll have a
Yeah, it's getting
tasting
warmer.
and
You win.
contest about who's in the coldest place.
We're the only
Exactly.
state, I think, that gets warmer at night.
That is really weird.
But
It's really
listen,
bizarre. When I moved
it's
down
back
here, it was
to-
like,
It's back
Robert
to
and Tammy.
82 this weekend, so don't worry. It'll be
no,
lovely.
good. But I thought when I moved down, it was the weirdest phenomenon. I'd wake up in the morning in a cold spurt in the middle of the winter, and then all of a sudden by evening it was 65 degrees. Like, what is that?
So
Colder
yeah, the
during the
East
day
Coast has
and
had
warmer at
really
night.
bad storms. So have you
it's
guys
good.
all been housebound or you're still able to function?
4-wheel drive. We can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
California, we can't even drive in the rain, let alone snow.
We were
Okay.
stuck for about
Actually
a
had
day.
a snow
Robert?
day on Monday.
So it's
We
spoken
decided it was
Robert.
time
Robert.
to
there.
visit.
Robert, next one, you've got to have everybody hold up their phone with the temperature where they're at, so we can all kind of sympathize with each other.
That's funny.
Orchestrate for us.
Oh my gosh. Well,
That would be a
I
good
have to say,
screenshot.
guys, this was absolutely wonderful. It's so great to connect with everybody and to reconnect with club members. And Allison, you are on our club.
Yes.
Hey,
We're
before
all
Oh,
family.
yep. Dorothy, you had it.
before we break up, I need to know what flavor all these chocolates are.
Okay.
On the back of the box.
Oh. All right, got it. All right, I see.
Okay.
I wasn't smart enough to figure that out.
And
That's why we keep
Elyce,
her around.
Elyce, I can't thank you
observant.
enough for joining us,
Oh, my pleasure.
sending your amazing chocolates and
Mhm.
letting us enjoy them with Ashley's creations. It's
Absolutely.
wonderful. A female chocolatier, a female winemaker. It's girl power and
Female drinkers.
what?
Elyce, I am
If
so
anybody-
glad we met you. You are a really wonderful partner, and we love
Your
partnerships like with yours, and we love partnerships like with our wine club members and our guests.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. So just a final thing, a little less plug. So our Valentine's Day for your partner that's sitting next to you, we have it's an 8 full-size bite of chocolate with our sparkling Syrah, and we also are doing it with the 15 Syrah. So we have 2 different packages, our Valentine's Day bundles. We had just a limited number, and we probably have about 6 left. So if you're interested, jump online and order those today. But keep your eyes out. We'll continue to send you emails about our upcoming virtuals, and we'd love to be able to reconnect with everybody.
Yes.
So
Thank you all so much.
Thank you very
And I hope
much.
to
Thank
see
you
Lovely.
very much.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
really
join
very
us for
much.
some of the game
Greek
nights, the
food.
sip song spirits, the blending seminar, anything. We'd love to see you and support you. And
We're gonna
and
do the
getting
rock pile.
we'll do the vertical rock pile.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See you on April 1st.
Well, thanks everyone.
All
Have
right,
a great
stay
night.
well.
and
Take care.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.